let me show you the 3 tech trends that I'm putting my money on this year, and you can tell me if you agree. Hi, it's Simon. Welcome back to Better Creating. I've tested a lot of tech in the last year, and the stuff I keep coming back to is not the most powerful. It's the tech I forget I'm using. And that's my prediction for 2026. The most important tech you're gonna buy this year is tech you'll barely notice. Sounds a bit backwards, right? But we're in the middle of an AI revolution. Everything is getting more powerful, more capable, but the smartest companies, I think they're not making tech that's louder, they're making it quieter. New interfaces that don't demand your attention, AI that works for you without requiring a computer science degree, and stick around for prediction number 3. It's the one that's changed how I'm running my entire business. Okay, hot take number 1. The keyboard and touchscreen era is ending. Well, maybe not for that new MacBook, but we'll see. Voice and wearables are becoming the primary way that we interact with powerful tech. For decades, we've been stuck with the same basic interfaces: keyboards, mice, touchscreens. But 2026 feels to me like the year that changes things more meaningfully and convincingly. It's happening on both the hardware and software side. On the hardware side, wearables that disappear. Look at something like the new Even Reality's G2 glasses. They don't scream, "I am wearing tech" in Comic Sans on the side, nor do these Ray-Bans. They look like regular glasses, but the Even Reality's G2 give you a heads-up display when you need it, then fade away when you don't. This is the direction, capability without the clutter. Here's a little example of what I mean by invisible or wearable tech these days. These are my very nice new standard glasses, right? They're pretty chunky glasses, but I don't think they look that different to the Meta Ray-Bans. These are the Gen 2s. Hey Meta, play Focus Flow on Spotify. Tell me about invisible eyewear tech.
Invisible eyewear tech includes Halliday's smart glasses, which use DigiWindow technology to project images directly onto the user's eye, creating an invisible display, and Truscan's claimed invisible glasses that allegedly change from green to invisible due to skin heat, though the latter is likely an April Fool's joke.
Yeah, that's not quite what I want to talk about on this video.
I can't help with that yet, but I'm learning more every day.
Yeah. But then what I couldn't believe is the Even Reality G2s. I mean, they're so light. They're so like everyday eyewear. When I showed them to my partner, they went, "Oh, we've got new glasses," and did not have a clue that they were tech. Amazing. So this is the G2s. Massive, massive difference between those two. And these do feel different. It's because you're getting video and sound. They're plastic. These are, I think, titanium, metal, glass. You can feel the difference. But at the same time, super light. So there you go. 2 different types of glasses. Invisible. We're also seeing this in audio wearables, smart rings, and devices that sense context without you having to tell them what you want. On the software side, AI that handles the clicking for you, but hardware is only half the story. Apps like Whisperflow and Twin.so are transforming how we interact with our devices. In Whisperflow, for example, instead of typing, you just talk, and AI not only transcribes, but thoughtfully formats and even understands context, as well as using it for shortcut triggering and fast fill snippet information. I've been using Whisperflow on my iPad and Mac, and honestly, my keyboard is getting a bit lonely. I mean, it's a lovely keyboard and I still like to use it, don't get me wrong. It's made typing feel almost optional though for a lot of tasks. And what about this? Twin.so is a tool that's taking this even further. You describe tasks in plain language and it builds automations that can control browsers, log into your apps, and complete work completely autonomously like you were surfing the web. I sound really old now. But that is, no coding, no clicking through interfaces yourself. And actually, Notion, if you're watching this, you should probably acquire Twin if you can. Browser automation plus this workspace integration, that's the AI agent dream right there, I'm just saying. Anyway, the patterns here are clear. We're moving from learning how to use the tech to the tech learns how to understand you. Voice gestures, AI that navigates for you, these aren't gimmicks anymore. They're becoming real primary interfaces. So let me know in the comments, are you ready to ditch the keyboard a little bit, or does talking to your computer feel just a bit too weird? I'm genuinely curious. But here's what's really interesting. If new interfaces are about making tech simpler to control, my second prediction is about tech that barely needs controlling at all. Stick around for that. Great, with that out of the way, prediction 2, The best tech in 2026 won't demand your attention, it will fade into the background until you need it. I think there's a counter movement happening against flashy, attention-grabbing tech. Call it calm tech or invisible tech. The idea is simple. Technology should serve you without constantly reminding you it exists. On the hardware side, design that disappears. Look at how Apple's M series chips pack incredible power into silent, fanless machines. The goal isn't to look at this impressive tech, it's forget the tech exists and just do the work. And I've been obsessing over this in my own setup, like genuinely obsessing. I spent 45 minutes routing a single USB-C cable around my desk last week, and stay tuned and get subscribed because I've got a really cool 3D printed solution to desk organization if you're interested coming up. On the software side, we've got to consider this massive move towards on-device AI. Where do you stand on it? Because I think this is where it gets really interesting. With chips like Apple's M4 and the M5 and the next wave of neural processing units, AI is moving onto your device. This means powerful intelligence running locally, no clouds required, no waiting for servers, and increasingly less privacy concerns about your data leaving your machine. Reports from Deloitte and others are calling this the year of inference. Your laptop, tablet, and phone becoming self-contained intelligence hubs. The complexity is hidden inside the silicone. What you experience is just things working faster and smarter. And well, here's prediction 3. AI agents are going mainstream and fast, and the barrier to using them is dropping to nearly zero. Okay, this might seem obvious to some of you, but there is more to it, and this is a big one. It's the prediction that I'm personally betting on for my own work and a lot of small and medium-sized businesses this year. This is Notion Agent, and I use it daily now. I can ask it to search my entire workspace, draft content, summarize meetings, and even help me make decisions. I just tell it what I need, and it handles the work. This is what I mean by agentic AI. AI that doesn't just answer questions, but actually does things for you, and it's possible because it understands your full context. Now, when we released my multi-mode specialist Agent OS template for Notion late last year, I can tell you I've never seen such excitement, amazement, and shifted perspectives from the comments and reviews of the template. It really surprised me. And you can download Agent OS as a whole template or in component parts, bettercreating.com/Agent OS and on Notion's marketplace. And for the last 2 years, we've treated AI like a very smart encyclopedia that lives in a chat box. It's getting much more useful, much more quickly than you think. We used to ask it a question, it would give you an answer, and then you can just copy and paste that somewhere else. The friction was still there, and it usually based it on the entire internet's knowledge, or gave you way too much of a response. You were just doing all the clicking and switching between tabs and all the manual work. In 2026, I think that friction is going to disappear and reduce hugely. On the software side, agents that actually work. Reports from Microsoft and IDC are highlighting this massive shift. AI evolving from an instrument you play into a partner you collaborate with. And here's the key insight. You don't need a tech degree to use it anymore. The whole point of agents is that the complexity is hidden. You find the right platform, you set it up with clear parameters and context, and it removes your busy work. At least that's what I'm working on. This is the trend that will define productive tech in 2026. Not learning more tools, but letting tools learn to work for you. Well, let me know if you agree and how you feel about AI agents in the comments below. So these are my 3 tech predictions for 2026. New interfaces that replace our keyboards and screens, invisible tech that's powerful under the hood, simple on the surface, and agents for everyone. AI that does the work with no expertise required. And before you go, this is the through line. The future isn't about more tech, it's about better tech that asks less of us. We spent 2 decades building tools that demand our constant attention. The social media world is doing it right now to you, and honestly, it's made me really tired. So whether it's glasses you forget you're wearing or agents handling your admin, the goal's the same: free up space for what actually matters. And if you want to see how I've set up my own AI agent system, the one that's genuinely changing how I do things here, watch this video next, where I walk you through my complete Notion agent setup. Don't forget to click my face to subscribe here if you haven't, and let me know in the comments which of these 3 predictions do you think will have the biggest impact on your work in 2026. Bye.